A wild day weather-wise was really an understatement yesterday. I don't think a lot of us were expecting to see tornado warnings, and those popped up pretty quickly once a couple storms were gaining some strength just out to our west toward Friend. Noticed a little spin to the atmosphere, and then eventually some tornado warnings. But wanted to take you to some of the views. First out from Crete, this one from Chrissy of the shelf cloud coming in. You can see that lowering there. Another view of the shelf cloud from Camel out toward Crete in the high school parking lot of Crete as well. So a dark look to the sky at times, and then a shelf cloud moving in, bringing some gusty winds and at times some torrential rain. Then we've got this view of some lowering that looks more to me like a wall cloud from Cameron Barker, his view from Lincoln looking to the east. Thankfully nothing dropping, but there were reports at times of some funnel clouds. We'll see if this pops up. Sometimes this graphic takes a little bit of time. There we go. Fairbury, there was a report of a tornado later in the evening around 5:35. Emergency managers have gotten back to us to report that there wasn't much damage done, if any, really. It was all out in farmland. And then another report of a tornado out toward Council Bluffs. That was a little earlier at 4:37 last night. Not to mention the flooding you were just looking at, and some hail up to 3 inches was measured toward Ralston. A little more hail out that way. But in talking about the flooding, a lot of rain came in a short amount of time out toward Omaha. Over 3 inches of rain falling. Ashland got over 2.5 inches pretty quickly. La Vista was up there too. Friend, with some of those severe thunderstorms, was a little under 1.5 inches, and there were portions of Lincoln that saw a little over 1 inch as well. The airport about 3/4 of an inch so far, but much of southeast Nebraska getting a lot of rain, if not a little too much in a short amount of time. So a wild day yesterday. We're coming down from that, drying out here this morning. A little evidence of some rain and some damp streets out there at North 48th and Cornhusker Highway. A little bit of a breeze you notice from that view too, with temperatures still in the 30s, 40s, and 50s. Still a wide temperature spread across the state. We're at 50 degrees here in Lincoln with a north to northwest breeze around 15 miles per hour or so over much of eastern Nebraska. At times a little bit of fog, especially for those areas that saw so much rain along the Missouri River toward Nebraska City and Omaha. So keep that in mind for the morning commute. But overall, we're starting to lose coverage. Some of this rain is starting to come down as it drifts to the south, a little bit to the south and east toward Kansas. We'll lose that before much of the morning commute for those areas seeing it right now. But then in for a cooler day today, only warming to the upper 50s, maybe a break in some of the clouds by this evening for what may be a beautiful sunset later tonight before more clouds will come in for Saturday and a very small chance to see some spotty showers. Then we talk about Sunday, a risk for severe weather. We are in a marginal risk for Sunday afternoon and evening, but that risk bumps up to a slight level 2 out of 5 risk over central Nebraska. So watching for some severe weather for initial round on Sunday before Monday. You know, we've been watching for several days. In fact, the last few days, if not going back, I think to Tuesday, we were looking at this, and still an increase in confidence for the potential for significant severe weather starting out toward Omaha and the Missouri River and carrying over into Iowa. We're looking at still all weather hazards. This looks like a setup in which we'd see some thunderstorms develop just off to our west and then move into eastern Nebraska before strengthening and intensifying as they carry over east into portions of Iowa and much of the northern plains. So something to keep in mind. Stay weather aware by this weekend. We know late April can be a wild time. I haven't had time yet this morning to talk about the Arbor Day anniversary that is technically tomorrow, but we'll cover more of that coming up in the next half hour. Your weekend forecast: lower 60s on Saturday, lower 70s on Sunday, and then quite the bump in temperatures, closing in on almost 90 degrees by Monday. And again, severe potential across the state of Nebraska both Sunday and Monday before we'll take a break by the end of the month and into early May.